Hello, I'm Kochanski, Wilderness Living Skills and Survival Instructor. We are going to discuss books on winter camping, winter survival. One of my favorites is Winter Hiking and Camping by the Adirondak Mountain Club, John A. Danielson. Compact little book like many type of manual should be, fit into your shirt pocket sort of thing. Comprehensive coverage of all you need to know. A bit maybe old, but in many respects worth the effort in locating a copy and studying it. A fairly modern engineering background type of author, Monty Albord, Winter-Wise, Travel and Survival in Ice and Snow. The situation here is that this book tends to cover an awful lot of subjects never ever seen in other books. It's a good supplement to a book with a good background on how to build shelters and how to conduct yourself in the cold. Bob Cary is an author that I've met. He resides, or used to reside in Ely, Minnesota. I think he was the editor of the local newspaper, and he came out with a series of books that he illustrated. It's a delightful bit of a book. At one time it was kind of rare to find a book on winter camping, and a book that I figure is worth including in any library for cold weather skills. A book written for the Boy Scouts. This book, I think, was mostly put together by a fellow by the name of Sandy Bridges, who I met at the W.L. Summers Northern Tier Boy Scout facility. This is quite well laid out for the situation of succinct suggestions on how to handle yourself in the cold, and particularly well written from my point of view. Fortunately, the Scouts of America benefit from the quality of this publication. If you are wanting to get a great deal on the technical aspects of the ecology, etc., on winter, to sort of answer the question as to why this and why that and why not this, this is a book that is kind of unusual. There's nothing that compares to it at all. Written by James Halfpenny, a person that I've met a number of times. The book is not really directly related to outright survival, but it does cover the ecology within which you have to conduct yourself when you're trying to get by in the winter. Another classical author, Calvin Rutstrum. He's sort of from the same area as Ely. Grand Marais, I think, is where he basically lived in that area. Wrote quite a number of books that are kind of classics, almost a cross between what people used to know and what the native people used to know. Very sound knowledge. There's Paradise Below Zero, a classic. And for a while, I would say it was practically about the only book you could lay your hands on that talked about winter conditions and how to get by in the winter. A much more modern book, The Snowwalker's Companion by the Conovers, people who made a living guiding people on trips by toboggan and snowshoe, winter camping, the use of winter stoves. And I would say that generally, for a person who is wanting to enjoy the outdoors, this book is probably indispensable. So with these books chosen for their variety, you get a kind of a well-rounded picture about what you're getting into if you're going to choose to recreate and to work in the winter environment. You will probably say that you are quite knowledgeable if you manage to isolate all the good information found in these 7 books.